This is Professor Dare Seitz. This Java tutorial shows a simple GUI program. First we have the necessary import statements from the packages JavaX Swing for the Swing components, Java Auth Event, and Java Auth, the .star looking at the entire package for anything that's in there. This is a very simple program just showing the starting point of a GUI. First of all, we have our class called Simple GUI Program, and it extends the J-frame, which provides the framed window and the functionality to add components to the window. Data members, we have a private container called contents. That's where we'll add components. This simple example has only one component, a label. So we see a private J label here called label. That's where you'd put all your other components if you had more. The constructor first has to call the base class, and passing in, this will become the title of the window in the title bar area of the window, Simple GUI Program. Then our contents here for our container, we have to set that up. We call get content pane, which is a function in the base class JFrame to return the container that we'll be adding our components to. Next, we have the opportunity to set a layout manager. Layout managers define how your components are arranged in your window. There's another tutorial on layout managers. The default layout manager for a J-frame is border layout. We're showing how you set a different one. Here we have a new Flowlayout, an anonymous object here passed to this set layout function, which is available in the contents in the container. Next, create our components. We only have one component. It's a J label. We assign that to our label variable. And the constructor we're going to use passes in the text that will be displayed in the label, saying this is a simple GUI program. Next, we have to add that component to the contents. So contents.add label. Finally, set the size of our window. We'll set it to 800 by 600 and make sure it's visible, which is necessary, otherwise it will be invisible. Set visible to true. That's the constructor. This program has a main method here, main function, and the main function instantiates an object of this class, Simple GUI Program, called GUI, and then calls the set default close operation, which is necessary so that when you click the red X in the upper corner of the window, it will close. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this GUI application and look at it. Here's our window in the title bar, Simple GUI Program. It is a framed window. Has the standard window controls here to close the window, maximize or restore its size, and minimize the window. The only component that we have is a single label, and it's just flowing in Flowlayout, which is from left to right, going across a row, and then if there's no room it moves down to the next row, just the same as when you're reading in a book, and it centers this item in the first row here. We do not have any event handlers in this simple program. It's just a starter program showing the basic elements of a GUI program. We'll go back to the code now one more time. So again, it's very simple. Key points are the class must extend the JFrame. You need to set up your container in order to add your components to. You define your components, and in the constructor call super, get a reference to your content container, set a layout manager, set up your actual components, add them to the container, set your window size, and set it to visible. In another tutorial we'll be adding more components of various kinds, text boxes and buttons, command buttons, radio buttons, check boxes, list, combo boxes, and also creating simple event handlers that will handle events from those components. But this will get you started if you're just starting out with GUI programming in Java.